Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing great and making best use of the time and reading very well. We all know that the NEET PG exam dates have been announced and in all probability the exam will be on 5th of March. There has been a lot of uncertainty in the past and I have interacted with a lot of students and a common problem that the students were facing is that some have started reading, some were able to read, some were not able to read. And it's quite obvious because once you're not really sure that whether it will be NEET, whether it will be next, when will be the exam. So these challenges are quite obvious. But now we all are aware that it will be a NEET PG exam. We all are aware that in all probability it will be on 5th March 2023. So what next? If I take the days from today, we have exactly 150 days for the NEET PG exam. I'm not counting the day of the exam and I'm also not counting the AIMS exam on November 13. Otherwise, we have 150 days. Now the question is it really sufficient to crack the exam? Now the answer is depends that where you are at this point of time and how you want to utilize these times. So if you ask me, I can say that I can broadly divide the students into two broad groups from this. So now let us try to see that where you stand and what should be your strategy so that you can make best use of the time and able to reach to your dream rank. So let's see. I will say that there is first group of students who have started immediately after the NEET PG exam. They have started their preparation in the May month or maybe in the June month, either with some apps or with a TND program or with a regular batch or with the standard books or maybe with the foundation batch notes that they have prepared or from their own studies. So whichever way, but they have started pretty early. So for all those who have started early, I am assuming that they will be finishing their course in late October or maybe early November. However, there will be one group of the student that will always be there who, because of whatever reason, could not start at that point of time. They had got some mid ranks in the NEET PG exam. They were not really sure whether they are ready to take a drop or they are not ready to take a drop. They were doing some jobs. Their internship was not finished. There could be multiple reasons, but the net result is they have started late or they are starting now. So first of all, I always believe that whenever you're looking at a strategy video, one size does not fit all. Everybody is in a different boat. So you have to identify that which boats fits you well and you have to follow that. So I will try to give you two broad strategies in this, and there are two parts of the video. In this part, I will give you the schedule, and in the part 2, I will give you the list of the important topics that you have to pay attention to. Okay, so let us divide it in two groups. So let us talk about group number 1 first, who have started in May, June and finishing their course by late October or early November. If you have started with any of the institute, with any of the app or with any resource as I've mentioned earlier, then the ideal time of finishing the course should be late October or early November. If you have studied with us at the auto mentorship program, we are finishing the course on 5th of November and we have some catch-up days so that you are writing your INI-CT exam and you have 2 days for that. So I will suggest everybody that who is following those schedule, keep preparing for the INI-CT with your current schedule and finish first reading before INI-CT exam. So 13th November, before that you should try to finish your reading either with your regular batch or with the TND batches or with any app or with our auto mentorship program or with any other source that you are reading. Please remember, we have spoken a lot of time. It is the student who matters, not the source. Majority of the time, the sources are same. What matters is how a student has utilized it. So focus on that and work on that. So start your revision from 15th of November. And that is what I believe in. So if you are in that zone, what we will be doing is we will be able to revise thrice after the INI-CT exam. The first reading or the first revision we're gonna do for 50 days, where we will divide our subjects into 5 groups: ultra long, very long, long, medium, and short. Ultra long like medicine, surgery, OBG; very long like PSM, pathology, anatomy; long like pharma, microbiochemistry; medium like physio, pediatrics, opthal, ENT; and short like radio, derma, ortho, psychiatry, anesthesia, and FM. And then we have given different days, like 5 days to medicine and the ultra long subjects, 4 days to long subject or very long subject, 3 days to long subjects, 2 days to medium subject, and 1 day to the short subject. You have already covered your subject pretty well, and now you have to do is images, notes, and questions. You should not spend too much time on watching videos again in the second the reading, except at the places where you're stuck with some concept of a particular topic. You are reading a particular question, you are unable to recall it, you are unable to recall it from the notes. Those are the areas where you have to pay attention to in those. This is a broad detailed schedule of it, where you're gonna start from 15th of November. You're gonna read ENT for 2 days, you're gonna read anatomy for 4 days, you're gonna read surgery for 5 days, then you will add on to the other subject, and broadly you're gonna complete your subjects in a way that by 50 days you are done. A very important point is that you will be writing test. I have made a schedule in a way that by the time you will be writing your NEET exam, you have a scope of writing 10 grand tests. So during your revision, you will be writing grand test 1, then grand test 2, then grand test 3, and you will be finishing your first revision by 8th of January. Okay, all these schedules you can see on my Telegram channel at Rajat's Radiology Review, and as well as in the link of this particular video. Then we will start the second revision with a grand test mode of revision, where we will give a grand test, we will analyze the grand test, we will gonna go with the bottom 5 subjects, and for the next 10 days we're gonna read the bottom 5 subjects. We're gonna write another grand test. Again, we will identify which are the subjects at the bottom, and that is how we're gonna do the second revision. And in the third revision, we're gonna do notes plus questions again. So this is the perfect strategy for the students who have started early, who have started in the May or June, or who have already started pretty well. And I am very sure that this will be very useful for you. The complete schedule will be available in the link of the video, as well as on my Telegram channel, and there will be a lot more things that will be available onto the Telegram channel. Now, what about those students who are starting now? And this is a common point that I keep on getting: sir, I am starting now, will I be able to crack the exam? The answer is yes, you can crack the exam, provided you stop thinking about it and you start working on it. As we always say, that you cannot change your past, but you can start today and can change your future. So there is no point crying on the spilled milk. Whatever that has gone is past. Let us try to build our future by acting today. So for the students who are starting now, or maybe some of you who have done 1 or 2 subjects, let us assume that today you have decided that you want to start from today. And if you want to start from today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do again first reading, second reading, and revision. That is a schedule that I have prepared. But now it will not be the one that a student is following who is started in May or June. We're gonna make a different schedule. First reading we're gonna complete in approximately 3 months, or 89 to 90 days. The second reading we will have around 35 to 37 days, and in the third revision we will have around 23 to 25 days. Again, we have divided the subjects into different points. Obviously, the person who has started early will have more time to do the subject. The person who has started late will have slightly less time. So now you have to consolidate your subject. Now you have to take some shortcuts. You all have to know about Pareto's theory, and which says that 80% of the MCQs are coming from the 20% of the topic, and 20% of the MCQs are coming from the 80% of the topic. So since now, because we are starting late, we have to make sure that those 20% of the topic plus some more priority topics are on our tips when we are writing the exam. So that's a time when instead of giving more time, we have to rationalize our time in a way so that we can cover all 19 subjects. The biggest mistake that a lot of students do is what they do is they leave some of these subjects. It's my sincere and an honest advice to everybody that guys, please do not leave a subject. Why? Because it is easy to solve some of the questions of a particular subject. It is extremely difficult to solve all the questions of a particular subject. So being jack of all 19 is much a better way than being master of some of the subjects. So using this, I have divided the subjects that the medicine will be given around 9 days. That's an upper limit that we will be able to give. Surgery 9 days, OBG 9 days. As we all know, these are the three most important, very long or ultra long subjects. Then the PSM, pathology and anatomy are being given 7 days. Pharma given 6 days, micro and biochemistry 5 days. I have given some more days to the pediatrics because of the clinical pattern of exam, people have started giving some more maternal and child health kind of questions of the pediatric. Physio 3 days, opthal 3 days, ENT 3 days, and then FM, radio, derma, ortho, psychiatry, and anesthesia 1 to 2 days depending on the time that you have. And in the second reading, we're gonna follow a schedule with the time limited for each and every subject. So what we will be doing in them. So we are starting from 5th of October and we have 150 days. The first reading we will be completing in 89 to 90 days. We will start with anatomy. We will read anatomy for 7 days. Now what we can do here is you can quickly go through your notes if you have any, or otherwise you can quickly watch important topics of the video lecture if you are attending any, or maybe if you want to go with some revision videos, you can go with some revision videos. Make sure that you are very well versed with the previous year topics of the particular subject. In the part 2 of this video, I will be discussing in detail about the common topics that have been asked in the last 5-year NEET exam. A very detailed video of that will be shared on this YouTube channel tomorrow. So you can subscribe to the channel and you can click the notification for that. So 7 days for the anatomy, 3 days for the ENT. First, we're going to do surgical subjects together so that we will be able to link it. So anatomy, ENT, surgery, we're going to do together and we will have some confidence that yes, our preparation is going on track. And then we're going to go with the pharmacology. We're going to write ortho, and by this, we're going to complete one grand test. We're going to write first grand test. It is extremely important to write grand test over here, guys. I do not want anybody to say, sir, I am feeling scared to write a grand test. We will have to write a grand test at this stage. Then we're going to go with the PSM. We're going to give 7 days to the PSM. We're going to give 5 days to the microbiology. We're going to do derma. Please write the AIMS exam. Even if you think that the preparation is not up to the mark, there is no harm. Consider AIMS INICT exam as a mock exam, but do write it. Consider it as a grand test. Then we're going to go with an ophthalmology, radio, medicine for the 9 days, biochemistry for the 5 days, pathology for the 7 days, FM, and with the FM on the same day, we're going to write the grand test. In one of the video in the coming days, I'm going to try to tell you how to optimally utilize a grand test so that you can take best out of it. OBG, anesthesia, pediatrics, physiology, and psychiatry. I have given 2 days extra. So in case your 1 or 2 days are wasted in the middle because of whatever reason, so that you are able to finish it by the 90th day. As you could see that there are 90th day. Then we're going to start with the revision. In the revision, we have prepared the notes. We're going to do notes plus questions. We're going to do notes plus questions and we're going to write grand test. We're going to write a grand test every 13th to 15th day. So this is grand test 5 and the grand test 6. We're going to use this notes plus questions so that we can complete all our subjects by once again by giving, rather than in the 9 days, now 3 days to the medicine, 3 days to the surgery, and so on. And by 8th of February, you will be able to finish your second revision. By this time, you must have developed a decent confidence on the subject, but still some fine tuning is needed. So we're going to do a grand test based revision. We will write a grand test, and whichever are the bottom 5 subjects, for the next 5 days, we're going to read that subject. After 5 days, we're going to give another grand test, and whichever subjects are there in the bottom five, we're going to read that. Another grand test, whichever subject in the bottom five, we're going to read another that. And finally, we're going to write the grand test on 27th of Feb. The bottom five subject we're going to read, and we are prepared for the NEET PG exam on 5th of March. Guys, I just have one small suggestion to you, and that is, irrespective of the strategy you follow, there are so many of the strategy videos that must be there on the YouTube channel. All strategy videos are good. Follow one. The biggest challenge that majority of the people faces is they keep on switching from one to another strategy to another strategy. All people have produced decent results in the past. Whichever schedule you are following, just follow it by heart. And if you are following it by heart, I can tell you, even if you are starting today, you can reach to the dream rank that you're looking for. Take my words, you can have a very significant improvement in the 150 days. Please understand, one question changes your score by 5 marks. One question change, because +4 is the correct answer, -1 is the wrong answer. So if you get 20 questions extra added, you are taking a jump of 100 marks. If you are getting 40 questions extra, you are taking a jump of 200 marks. Imagine you are at a score of 100. I'm not talking about 100 correct. I'm talking about overall score of 100. You can take a jump of 300 easily, and you can reach to 400. You can reach to 400. You need to get 60 extra questions correct. 60 extra question correct, and how many days do you have? 150 days. In the 150 days, 60 extra questions correct. If you ask me, is it doable? Answer is yes. Answer, it is definitely doable, but only when you will read. Rather than thinking, oh, I will read from tomorrow, I will read from day after tomorrow, let's start today. Let's not crib on what has gone. Let's not crib on what were the circumstances because of which you could not study in the past. Let us start working from today. And I am there for you. If you have any concern, do let me know. I will, for as students need me now, will be available for you on Telegram, on YouTube, on I am trying to be more active on the Instagram. So do follow me, and do let me know that if I can help you out in any way. In the part 2, I will create a video that I will upload tomorrow, so that what are all important topics that you should read. So wait for the part 2 of the video, and do let me know how can I help you. Take care and wish you all the best.